Good day, students. We know there are different kinds of sentences in English. These sentences may be of the assertive, interrogative, exclamatory, or imperative type. All of these sentences can either be used as a part of a dialogue between two or more people directly or may be also spoken indirectly. The topic we are dealing with today is direct and indirect speech. Observe the two sentences given on the screen. Notice that in the first sentence, the subject Priyal is making a statement directly. However, in the second sentence, the actual words of the subject are reported by someone else. Thus, we conclude that the first sentence is in direct speech, whereas the second one is in indirect speech. Certain rules need to be followed while statements are rewritten from direct or indirect speech. Let's learn more about these rules. Firstly, all punctuation marks must be removed while changing the sentence from direct to indirect speech. All punctuations except full stop must be removed. The tense forms of the verbs must be changed while changing the sentence from direct to indirect speech. However, these changes will only take place when the tense of the reporting verb is in past tense. In the given example, since said is used as the reporting verb, the tense of the verb am planning is changed to was planning. Tenses of verbs must be changed accordingly. Simple present to simple past. Simple past to past perfect. Past perfect remains past perfect. Present continuous to past continuous. Present perfect to past perfect. Will to would. Shall to should. Can to could. May to might. There are cases when the tense of the verb does not change. When any universal truth or a habitual action is given in direct speech, the tense of the verbs must be maintained. Also, if the tense of the reporting verb is in present tense or future tense, the tense cannot be changed. Let's consider a few examples of this type. In the first example, a general truth is stated. In this, the tense of the verb makes will not change in indirect speech. In case of the second example, a habitual action of going to temple daily is depicted. Here again, the tense of the verb remains unchanged. Both the verbs visit and visits are written in simple present tense. The third rule is related to the change in pronouns. Students, remember to connect all first-person pronouns used in direct speech to the subject in the sentence. The pronoun in indirect speech will depend on the gender of the subject. All second-person pronouns must be connected to the object in the direct speech. When third-person pronouns are used like he, she, they, them, their, etc., they must not be changed. The fourth rule is a rather simple one. It just states that the comma used in direct speech must be changed to a connective that. In the examples given, Nitya said becomes Nitya said that in indirect speech. The fifth rule is related to change in words that indicate position or time. Some words used in direct speech indicate either position of an object or the time of the action. Such words must be changed while rewriting the statement in indirect speech. Let's have a look at the list of words that undergo a change. Here, there, this, that, these, those, now, then, ago, before, thus, so, today, that day, tonight, that night, tomorrow, the next, following day, yesterday, the previous day, the day before. Hello, greeted. Thank you, thanked. Sorry, apologized. Good morning, wished a good morning. Yes, accepted, agreed. no, refused, denied. We will now be dealing with the different types of sentences and how each of them must be written in indirect speech. Let's start off with assertive sentences. We need to follow each of the 5 rules that we have learned in the case of assertive sentences. When only the subject is mentioned in direct speech, use the reporting verb said. However, if both subject and object is mentioned, said changes to told. In this example, I said to him, I admire your self-confidence. Here, both subject I and object him are mentioned in the direct speech. In this case, I said to him will be written as I told him in indirect speech. The answer therefore would be I told him that I admired his self-confidence. Next, we will be learning how to write exclamatory sentences in indirect speech. In case of these sentences, a couple of changes take place. Firstly, the exclamation mark must be removed. Second, the reporting verb must be changed from said to exclaimed with plus joy, sorrow, fear, anger, wonder, surprise, pain, regret, etc. Third, the exclamatory sentence must be transformed into an assertive sentence. All the other rules must be applied. Let's consider an example. 1. Ram said, "Hurrah! We have got the tickets for the cricket match." By applying all the rules, we can write this statement in indirect speech. Thus, we have the answer. Ram exclaimed with joy that they had got the tickets for the cricket match. Students, you know any sentence denoting an order, request, or command is an imperative sentence. Even imperative sentences can be written in indirect speech. Here, again a few changes must be made. Firstly, the reporting verb must be changed from said to ordered, commanded, requested, or suggested, depending on the meaning of the sentence. The connective that should not be used. The finite verb in direct speech must be written in to plus verb, form or infinitive form in indirect speech. As you notice in the example on the screen, the reporting verb has been changed and the finite verb sit has been written in its infinitive form to sit. Lastly, we'll be dealing with interrogative sentences. We know interrogative sentences end with a question mark. Let's first go through the rules. The interrogation mark must be removed in such cases. The reporting verbs such as asked, questioned, inquired must be used instead of said. That should not be used as a connective. Students, there are 2 types of interrogative sentences. In case of yes, no questions, apart from the rules that we just learned, the words if or whether should be used as a connective. In this sentence, he said to me, "Are you working?" After changing the reporting verb and adding the connective if or whether, the answer would be, "He asked me if I was working." However, in case of WH questions, apart from all the rules being followed, the same WH word must be used in the indirect speech. Also, no connectives must be added to the sentence. For example, the librarian said, "Which book do you want?" Here, the WH word which has been used. We should retain the same word in indirect speech. The answer would be, the librarian asked which book I wanted. Now that we have familiarized ourselves with all the rules, you can now attempt the given exercises on your own.